Have you ever trusted someone so much, only to have them completely break that trust? Well, I have a story for you, and it involves my childhood crush, a business promise, and a lesson I learned the hard way. Let's rewind a bit. I grew up with this guy, let's call him Alex. From kindergarten all the way through high school, I had the biggest crush on him. He was that charming, popular guy everyone seemed to love. We were good friends, but my feelings were always a little more than that. After graduation, we went our separate ways and lost touch, like most people do. Fast forward about 10 years. I'd started my own small online business, pouring my heart, soul, and savings into it. It was my baby, and I was so proud of what I was building. One day, out of the blue, Alex slid into my DMs. It was a total shock. He said he'd seen my business page and was so impressed. He told me he was now a social media influencer with a huge following and offered to promote my products. He painted this picture of my sales skyrocketing and my brand becoming a household name. I was ecstatic. Not only was my childhood crush talking to me, but he was offering to help my business in a massive way. It felt like a dream come true. He sounded so genuine, so supportive. He said he normally charges thousands for a promotion package, but for me, his old friend, he'd do it for a special price of just $500. He promised a series of posts, stories, and a dedicated video. It seemed like a steal, a golden opportunity I couldn't pass up. Blinded by nostalgia and the prospect of success, I didn't hesitate. I sent him the money that very day. I was so excited, I couldn't sleep. I kept picturing the orders flooding in. I prepped my inventory. Ready for the big rush, he promised. Days turned into a week. I messaged him, asking when the promotion would start. He replied, "Oh, so sorry, been super busy. Next week for sure." Another week went by. Nothing. I messaged him again. This time, no reply. I checked his page. He was still posting daily, promoting other brands, living his influencer life, but for me? Radio silence. My heart sank. I tried calling, texting, emailing, nothing. It finally hit me. I had been completely scammed. The $500 was a huge blow to my small business budget, but what hurt more was the betrayal. The person I'd admired for so long had used my trust and my past feelings for him to just take my money and disappear. I felt so foolish, so naive. How could I have let my old crush cloud my judgment? Like that? For a while, I was just angry and embarrassed, but then I decided I wasn't going to let him get away with it. I started leaving comments on his posts, not being aggressive, but simply stating the facts. Hey, Alex, still waiting on that promotion I paid for months ago. At first, he just deleted them, but I was persistent. Then other people started noticing. Some of his followers even messaged me, saying he'd done the same thing to them. It turned out I wasn't his only victim. We all banded together and started sharing our stories. It created a small storm on his page. The comment sections were filled with people calling him out. His follower count started to drop. Brands he worked with started to distance themselves. The influencer who scammed me for a few $100s was now losing deals worth thousands. The sweet irony was that by trying to take advantage of a small business, he ended up sabotaging his own career. His reputation was ruined. And he paid a far higher price for his dishonesty than the money he took from me. The lesson here? Be careful who you trust, even if they have a familiar face. Always do your due diligence, get contracts in writing, and don't let emotions cloud your business decisions. And if someone does you wrong, don't be afraid to speak up. You might just find you're not alone. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've ever had something similar happen, share it in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories. See you next time.